Hey everyone, it's John Bay, Sean Haliker from Standard Uranium. Here we are today up at the CEM conference in Whistler. Here we are presenting to multiple brokers and bankers and fund managers and analysts, really starting to share our Standard Uranium story. So here we are mid-February. Sean, what are some of the upcoming catalysts for Standard?
There's a lot of upcoming catalysts for us this year, John. In a couple weeks' time here, we're coming up to the end of February, and we're actually going to be moving up to start our first drill program ever at our Sundog project by Uranium City. So that we'll finish up our geophysics here in the next couple weeks, and then we're going to be getting the drill up there and getting spinning.
Nice. So that's our first drill program at Sundog.
Yep.
Give us a ballpark. What are we going to be drilling, and how long is this going to last?
Basically through the month of March. So we know we have high-grade uranium at surface up there, so we're going to go follow up on some of the historical work. We're adding more modern geophysics to help refine our target areas. We're going to drill about 3,000 meters, depending on timing. We rely on the ice road to get in there, so that should take us through to the beginning of April, and then we'll wrap that up.
Now, on top of that, we've got a new drill partner we're working with. Maybe tell us a bit about who the drillers are and their experience.
Yeah, so that's Base Diamond Drilling. It's a good friend of mine, Brady Stokes. I've worked with him several years at NextGen. He's a very enthusiastic guy, really knows what he's doing. He's built a really great team of experienced drillers who know how to drill in these areas. Drilling in these areas in the basin is quite difficult sometimes, so it's great to have them on board and have them secured for our drill programs.
Nice. So we're going to wrap up Sundog, and then what's next?
Right after that, we're going to turn around and go back to our flagship Davidson River project. So we have another big drill program planned on that project throughout the summer. It'll be a 2-rig program, and we'll be testing a bunch of our high priority targets and following up on what we did last summer.
Nice. So we've got Sundog happening, and then we go and we do Davidson River for the 4th drill program.
Yep.
What's after that?
Well, there's more. So we're going to go start some work on our east side properties too. So that's Atlantic, Canary, and Ascent. 3 different projects over on the east side, and we're going to go get those drill ready. So we're going to do a couple different types of geophysical surveys on those projects, and get up there and get them ready to start drilling.
Awesome. So we got a lot happening this year, our largest year for exploration ever. Got a budget of around $8 million. We currently have around $3 million in the bank right now, so you can anticipate in the next 6 months we'll be raising capital again. And we've used Red Cloud, Canaccord, Echelon 8 Capital in the past. They've been excellent, and we know that when the time is right, there'll be money available for us to continue to raise at good prices. Every capital raise has been accretive, and our shareholders have appreciated that. One thing I also want to mention, uranium is getting hot. The next few months is going to be really exciting in the uranium space. We're already seeing dozens of new uranium companies pop up, and a lot of them showing up in the Athabasca Basin. So, when I talk to people, investors asking me, how are these guys going to be able to do work? It's tricky. So I'll pass it back to you, Sean. What are the things that companies need to have before they can start actually doing drill programs?
So that's a really important thing to look for if you're an investor, especially investing in uranium. So in the Athabasca Basin in Saskatchewan, it's a great mining jurisdiction to work in, but there's several different things that you need to have in place, to be a sound company with the bright future. So you need to have the projects. We have 5 great projects across the basin. You need to have the team to be able to execute, and spend money wisely on those projects to try and make a discovery. So we have a really strong technical team as well. But then there's, more of the, red tape sort of thing. So you need to get your permits from the Sask government. That, we've seen a big increase in the time it takes to get those permits. So you need to be permitted up. And then not only that, but you need to have, buy-in from a lot of the First Nations and northern communities up there. So that's another thing that we really pride ourselves on. We have great relationships with the different First Nations communities up there. We come to these agreements and basically get the okay from them as well. So that's a big one that, some people might not know coming into this jurisdiction as well. So
and the one other thing that I think is really important is having the vendors. Like, who's going to do the work for you? Maybe speak to that.
Exactly. So like we said, we have Brady Stokes and his team at Base coming to do the drill programs for us this year. It's personnel are worth more than their weight in gold right now. It's really hard to find qualified and skilled technical teams, so geologists, geophysicists, and then not only that, but like you said, the other vendors. So where are you going to stay? The camps, the fuel, the drillers, the helicopter companies, you name it. So we're in a really good spot for 2022 to execute all of our exploration plans. We have all our vendors in place. We're fully permitted. We have our First Nations agreements in place, and we're funded up and ready to drill.
Sounds like an exciting year ahead for us.
Absolutely, John.
Awesome. So once again, we're going to be heading up to Sundog in the next few weeks, filming some videos of the drill program actually happening in Sundog.
Yep.
It was minus 50 there last week, so it's going to be a little chilly.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully it warms up a little bit for us.
But
Yeah, so watch for videos from us from Sundog, showing you what's coming out of the ground in that core, and hopefully we'll have some real exciting news to share with you in the near future. So once again, Sean Hilliker, VP of Exploration, John Bay, CEO, Standard Uranium, from middle of February in Whistler at the CEM conference, saying thank you much and take care.
Cheers.